the flower virus. One day in 2020, there was a young man named Oscar. Oscar, that was his name. He was a man that went to school and he dreamt about becoming a gardener and gardening for his family. One day, it was just a normal day. He was playing in the garden and he noticed a beautiful cat in the garden. It was a giant cat with beautiful fur. So he went over to it, and as he did, he grabbed it and he saw a little flower on the cat. As he saw the flower, he rubbed the flower and he tried to get it off, but it wouldn't budge. So he grabbed some scissors and he chopped it off. He did so, but as he did it, the cat started bleeding real human cat blood. He said sorry to the cat. Later that night, it was dinner time, and he just finished his mac and cheese. He went upstairs, brushed his teeth, and went to bed. The next day, he woke up and noticed there was a little thing on his chin. He went into the mirror and he saw that it was a giant flower. It appeared to be a dandelion. He tried so hard to take it off, but it wouldn't take off. So he grabbed some scissors and chopped it off. As soon as he did that, he was bleeding everywhere. He told his mommy about it, and he said, "It's okay, you'll be fine. You should go to school too," since it was a school day. Once he got to school, he got to his first class, which was maths. The teacher announced that they were going to have a math quiz on the fractions. In the middle of their test, Oscar felt a very big pain in his stomach, and that he threw up. He asked the teacher saw him throw up, and she said that he needs to go home. "Sir," she said, "Oscar, you're too sick today. You need to go home." The principal signed him out, and he went home very sick. He got into the car with his mother. As they were driving home, she saw that there were little flowers growing on his face, and his pain grew as he got home. He said, "I need to go to bed," but before he did, he wanted to have some tea. So he went downstairs and had a cup of tea. Then he hopped into bed and slept it off. Once he woke up, he saw there were lots of other flowers on him, such as roses, dandelions, and others you could think of. So he tried to pick them off with scissors, since he couldn't do it with his bare hands. And every time he did, it would keep bleeding. They were like pimples, but disguised as flowers. So he couldn't do anything about it. He had to live with the flowers. And he was starting to get really nauseous and sick. One time, he threw up on the floor. Another time, he threw up on his teddy bear. And he had enough. So he went to the doctor. And he said that he has a new virus called the flower virus. The doctor said that he would need to stay home from school and stay away from his friends and family for a couple of days before he can go back to school. So that day, he got home, and just like usual, more flowers were growing on him, so he couldn't do anything about it. The days passed by. He was hallucinating and was fearful that the flowers were growing all over his body, including his eyes. That night he was going to go to bed, and he noticed there was so many flowers on him that he tried to get rid of them all. So he grabbed a bunch of weapons and got them off himself, but more and more kept spreading onto his body. They were so lethal in fact that he fell to the ground, crouched, and died from a heart attack. So this is why you should always never touch. So if you see that cat again, you should never touch it, as it can cause an infection. The end.